Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Podcast, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Joined right now by Red Brown. He's Bloomberg News earnings reporter for Stocks on the Move today. Red, a lot of red on the screen. What's going on?
Yes, there is a lot of. I have to pick all the stocks.
Honestly, I didn't even mean to do that.
Yeah,
it happens all the time.
But there you went.
We'll let it slide. Speaking of sliding, we have Best Buy is down around 8% today. Last time I checked, that was the most in the S&P 500. This is a company that everyone knew was going to be hit by tariffs once they were announced. This move today is the worst intraday actually since around when tariffs were hit. And today is really coming down to another weak earnings report from the company. They cut their full year sales outlook, and that's coming down to a little bit because of the weaker demand that we've seen a lot of the retail companies come out and say that tariffs are kind of in the uncertainty. Of course, everyone's favorite word is kind of causing within consumers. That's kind of explaining the move today. I think it's really kind of interesting. The move is so aggressive considering the news that we got from tariffs. It doesn't seem like traders are really giving them any slack or kind of expecting that the tariffs won't be as prevalent going forward. And I think that also has to do with just where Best Buy is. We're not really seeing a lot of growth trajectory for the company in general. So a couple of kind of compounding issues for Best Buy.
Yeah, Best Buy ticker BBY. Still, Carol, a $14 billion company. Down 24% so far this year, 23%?
Totally, but it is the analyst commentary is not terrible, right?
No, I think they were actually kind of happy.
Worse?
Yeah, they were saying that kind of the sales did shrink, but maybe not. It was worse than consensus, but I think there are some analysts within that consensus that were saying a little bit better than expected. I think things like iPhones, laptops performed pretty well. That could be due to consumers pulling forward their demand. We've heard that quite a bit as well. But yeah, overall, not a ton of enthusiasm for Best Buy, at least from the buy side.
We continue the negative tour, the downside tour.
I said.
I know.
It's all red.
Saw him so grim today. Yes, next one that we can take a look at would be Salesforce, another company that announced earnings. This one there was a lot of positives to take out. They had, they posted results that were in general stronger than expected, but with AI, it becomes the focus for a lot of these companies, these software companies, and the AI results weren't as compelling, I think, for Salesforce. The reason being is they've launched their own AI tool called Agentforce in October. And I think the market was hoping to see a little bit more of an aggressive growth for that particular tool. It's coming up against competition from ServiceNow and Microsoft for these sort of artificial intelligence agents that help with, your Salesforce, things like that. The business only grew by around $100 million, which is a lot, but apparently not enough for the market today.
All right, Salesforce ticker CRM. Finally, Uber. Shares also in the red, ticker Uber.
Yes, shares down around a little over 5%. And this is not an earnings story. This is more of a competition story. It seems to be trading down because of Elon Musk announcing that Tesla will be launching robotaxis in Austin within 2 weeks.
This is so confusing to me.
Yeah, I'm confused.
Why is that?
Why is Uber? Why?
Well, okay. I mean, look. At the core of the story, every time you and I speak to somebody who's jumped in a Waymo in San Francisco or in Arizona where you were, why would I get into a car with a driver if I can do this?
Right. Love the Waymo ride.
But on the other side of this, hasn't Uber partnered with some of these driverless tech companies such as Waymo in some cities?
Yeah, no, I mean, I just getting ready for this to speak with you guys, I was kind of I wasn't appreciating just how big the market is and how much work Uber has done. I think maybe the problem might be, or the hesitancy might be that, Tesla is going to be a major player in this, right? Like a lot of the stock is predicated on the robotaxis being successful. Elon Musk has said we're going to be big in robotaxis. So it's just a major competitor for Uber.
Like you do wonder at some point, right? Do they stop having those partnerships because Tesla's doing it, like everybody's doing it on their own? Like who have they partnered with?
They've partnered with Waymo, and they've partnered with roughly a dozen manufacturers. They've also invested in self-driving tech companies.
So how does that
remember, Uber had a self-driving car unit under previous CEO and co-founder Travis Kalanick years and years ago. They ended up selling that off years ago because it was just so much money that they were investing. But they were working on this tech. They've been working on this tech for years. They're not working on it the same way that they used to.
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
Have you done a Waymo yet?
No, I don't think I would feel comfortable.
It's so cool.
You would feel fine.
Really?
I would have closed my eyes.
You would have.
It was at night. He got me going. And this one, I never thought, because he's like, you don't love car rides.
No, I don't like
As a passenger.
Hence why I live in New York City.
And you loved it.
Yeah, it was great.
Was it just like the novelty of it was exciting?
No, it was the safety of it, the ease of use, the cleanliness, it was great.
Clean. You got to try it.
Yeah.
Just promise us you will do that.
I'll give it a go.
The Stock Movers Podcast from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.